This is the ZTE Axon 20, and what makes this phone special is it's the first commercially available smartphone where the selfie camera is underneath the display itself. There's no camera cutout here, there's no notch taking up precious screen real estate like with the iPhones, it's just all screen with the camera underneath that screen being essentially invisible. Now, this isn't a perfect solution. Because of the way that technology works, the screen area where the selfie camera is under has a much lower pixel density than the screen on the rest of the phone. And this is because the individual pixels in that area are more spread out, so that way light can actually come through the screen in order for the selfie camera to work. This results in things that display in that area looking pixelated. It almost looks like whatever is under that area is being censored. And when you're looking at it, it's not the most pleasing thing to see. It does handle some colors better than others though. From our tests, reds are where you tend to notice the pixelation the most, while the dark blues hide that pixelation almost completely. But just like with the iPhone's notch or Samsung's cutouts, the pixelation isn't a huge deal because you only notice it when you're directly looking for it. And since the area where the selfie camera is located tends not to have any important data anyways, it's either an empty status bar or the very edge of a video where nothing interesting ever happens, your eyes aren't often drawn to that area, so it kind of just fades into the background since human peripheral vision is pretty low resolution to begin with. But since you're at least getting some sort of visual data as opposed to zero with a cutout or a notch, if you can get over the pixelation, I'd say that overall it's probably a better visual experience. But unfortunately, I can't say the same about the selfie camera itself. In a situation where you have a lot of light, the image quality is just okay. But when you're in low light or have any sort of exposure challenges in the background, it really starts to break down. So while ZTE has done an admirable job at getting the selfie camera underneath the display working, this concept did seem totally impossible only a few years ago, the selfie camera's quality just isn't good. But hey, this is just version 1. ZTE is already working on the next version in the Axon 30 5G, but for now, at least on the ZTE Axon 20, I don't think it's good enough to justify getting rid of a notch or a cutout. But we'll see what they have in store for the next one.